Looky here, we got our green goddess, Sebastian Vettel, possibly interested in a Formula E drive. I think this is good for him. I think Sebastian Vettel, I'm getting the vibe from him that, yeah, he wanted to be a family man. Yeah, he wanted to be away from traveling all the time. But really, the reason he left Formula One, he thought that Aston Martin team was getting worse. He thought he wouldn't be able to fight for even a podium here and there with the team, so he left. Now, he's got an opportunity. He's Mr. Green, Mr. Peace on Earth, Mr. Zero Carbon Emissions, Mr. I Love the World, right? Okay, Formula E is the leading cause of that, right? It's electric cars. It's all his vibe. It's all his environmentalism and his political aspirations, right? Go to Formula E. They would love to have a four-time Formula One world champion. It would get more people to go to the races they get some people here and there to go to the races, but it would allow such a bigger audience. It would get such a bigger spotlight if you have a four-time Formula One world champion joining the circuit. He'd probably be the most famous guy to ever drive a Formula One team. And the team that's offering him a ride is a German team. Now, there are some problems. There are some distinct problems in the details. The team that's offering him the seat is the last place team of this season. Now, if you're Sebastian Vettel, it is a German team, so that's important as well. Do you go to that team, put in some great results, or do you say, no, I'm not coming to Formula E to embarrass myself. Everybody talks shit on me at the end of my career at Formula One. All the commentators, Martin Brundle giving me a hard time saying, he's not on the level of Lewis Hamilton. He makes too many mistakes when he's in not a top team. He was at Red Bull, but that was really because of Adrian Newey. And trust me, I hated Sebastian Vettel. When everyone was saying he was the GOAT, I'm like, listen, it's the car. You got to remember Adrian Newey designed car. And after he left that, and actually before he left it, Ricardo comes in as a guy from an HRT, or one of the worst teams in Formula One, and beats him on his first season there, getting like a couple wins while Vettel gets none. So he was never as great as you thought he was. But if he wants to really pursue this whole eco-friendly green thing, this would be right up his alley. I mean, they have a much shorter season. Their season has double races a lot at a lot of the venues, so you get to have two races essentially at one place instead of traveling all the time. You got big gaps and breaks, and would suit him perfectly, but he'll have to find a team that will allow him in. Which, trust me, a team in Formula E, I think any team, I think even a team that won the Constructors' Championship would get rid of a driver if they knew that Sebastian Vettel would come in for it. And I think he would. I think he's getting super bored with his life. Nothing really will ever compete with that thrill of racing. And, the Formula E cars might be slower and they might be on street circuits a lot, but think about it. They're still very fast. It's still very much high design cars. There's a lot of people in the pits. It's not just a little shabby small thing. You're still gonna have the crowds, and now you can become the face of this thing, which all these celebrities want to become the face of everything that's eco green friendly, and that helps with philanthropy and money and all the other vices that come with being the face of what are these eco friendly things. There's so many opportunities for money and power in those types of organizations. This would be perfect for him. And if he doesn't make this is stupid, because he obviously wants to get back to racing. Is he waiting on a return to Formula One? That's possible. Maybe he thinks that one of the lower tier teams, maybe they get rid of Bottas at Alfa Romeo. He feels like he can jump in. Maybe he feels like he can make a grand return to Formula One for a couple of seasons. But I'd rather you're not going to be top in Formula One. You could possibly come in here. Do you have the skills? Can you go into a different discipline where the best designer in the world isn't working on your car and get something done? I'd love to see it. And I'm sure, like me, a lot of people would tune in just to see how he does on top of it, only boosting Formula E's ratings. Let me know what you think below. Also, like and subscribe the video. Thank you very much.